Hi everyone, today talk about the best stock market apps and websites for 2019. Now these are ones that I recommend and which ones I really like. It doesn't actually mean that they're the best. If you have any that you'd like to add to this list, comment down below. But like I said, these are my opinions and these are just ones that I use today. And I've got covered like a lot of things that I use them for and different websites I'm researching different things on. But I'll go through them all and talk about what I use them for and how they're useful overall. And all of these are pretty good, so take a look at them, guys, if you're watching this video. So number one is obviously the big one. Which broker do I use now? Obviously I'm based in England, in the United Kingdom. So I'd love to use Robinhood, and I've seen a lot of the reviews on Robinhood and everyone seems pretty good with it. So I'd like to use Robinhood, but that's not available over here. So I use a European one, which is called DEGIRO. They have really low fees. They're actually the lowest fees in the UK right now. Potentially it could be Freetrade, which is like the UK version of Robinhood. But at the moment I'm using DEGIRO to buy a lot of my stocks and stock market transactions. If you want to see a full video onto that, I've got one on this channel. But that's when I buy shares with, and there's also an app with that one. So that's the broker that I use. Now news, just to keep up to date with things that are going on. These are ones that I use. So I normally put TV channel of CNBC on. I watch that one quite a bit, or I'll probably go onto the website quite a bit as well. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yahoo Finance is really good for news, for seeing what's going on. They're also really good for graphs as well. Yahoo Finance actually have the best graphs for researching into stocks. Seeking Alpha write a lot of good articles on there. Some are slightly biased, so just be careful of that. But there's a lot of good free articles on Seeking Alpha, which is really good. And YouTube as well. I watch YouTube and there's a lot of YouTubers that are reporting stuff and talk about stuff that's happened. Jazz Wealth's a really good YouTube channel. That's my favourite YouTube channel if you want to check them out. That's who I use to kind of get my news from as well. Stock information. So if I'm like researching into a stock and I'm trying to get information about that stock and if I should invest into that stock, there's quite a few on this list, but CNBC is a good one. Like I say, use them for news quite a bit as well overall. Yahoo Finance is a good one to get like the balance sheet from, the growth from, the charts from. You can draw like lines on the charts, which is really useful. As well as CNN, because they kind of have like, you can get a quick glimpse of what the forecast or the guidance that they've put out for like 2 years down the line overall, and you can see past performances. You can get the balance sheet as well, cash flow from that as well. So these two are very similar. You know, I'll probably either go on this one or this one if I'm looking into a stock overall. And you can also see what a couple of other people are saying, like the analyst kind of opinion on the stock if they think that it's going to go up. And also obviously investor relations. If I'm looking into a stock, if I'm interested into it, then I'm going to have a look at the investor relations and see what's going on with the company, when they've reported and everything like that. Also, you know, I could probably go on Seeking Alpha and have a look at past articles and kind of get other people's opinions on the stock overall and see what any news going out of things that I might have missed. Like 2 years ago, the company had this, the CEO got fired or sacked because of something that happened. I also have a look at past news articles just to get a bit of a background on the company and what's happened before me investing as well, which is also pretty useful. You might not know that like the CEO has got some sort of case against him, so that's something really good to do as well. Apps that I use on my iPhone to kind of see what's going on in the stock market. I don't really use too many to check the news. I just kind of use them as like notifications that come through. So CNBC is a really good one because I don't really check it that much. It's just really good for like notifications that come through. Like the other day, Netflix reported earnings and I could see that it beat EPS and things like that. I could see Donald Trump's done this today and everything like that. So CNBC is just a good one for the notifications to come up. I hardly actually read what goes on. I just look at the notifications that come up on my phone. Seeking Alpha is a really good one for like news articles that come up. So there'll be some sort of article like Apple will go to this or Apple has this problem. Like I say, I don't always read what the post on there. It's just really good to see notifications of if an analyst has upgraded the stock or what have you. If there's something that really catches my eye, I'll go, oh, I'll have a good read of that. And you know, maybe at lunchtime I do go on the app and maybe have a quick glance and see if there's anything I want to read. But I just skim through a lot of the, you know, the titles of the the articles, and if there's something I read, I will read it. And Stockmaster is the stock app that I use to track day-to-day movements of the stocks. So I probably go on that about 3 times a day. Probably one time to see what's happening in pre-market. I probably go once to see what's happened at the open, and then I'll probably go on at the end of the day to see how all the stocks finished. But Stockmaster's a really good one. It's a free app. You can have a watch list. You can track your portfolio in a separate watch list. It has all P on it. The EPS growth, revenue growth, analyst opinion, where it's at its 52-week high, all the charts and stuff like that. Really good app. That's my favourite app. I use that day to day. I used to use one before it, but it started crashing a lot, and this one never crashes at all. That's the best app in my opinion. Really useful. So if you don't have that one, give it a go, because that's awesome. It's honestly really good app if you're investing into the stock market for long-term investments. So those are all kind of the websites and apps that I use, and the best ones that I feel like are the best ones to use in 2019. Like I say, if there's any on the list that you would like to add, let me know, and I'll have a look at them myself if I don't already know about them. But check all these out if you haven't checked some of them out, because there are some good ones on this list, guys. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like, subscribe. Thanks for all the support recently. It's been amazing on the channel. Absolutely love making the videos right now because of all the support. And I'll see you in the next video.